Hello, Roland Park staff. I'd like to welcome you back to day 2 of our close reading instruction lessons. Thank you so much. We had a great day 1. I really feel like we got a lot done, and by your surveys that I had taken yesterday, some of you felt the same, so thank you for your responses. Yesterday, just to recap, we learned exactly what close reading is and what that entails. What does that look like in our classrooms in terms of lessons, question creation, and selection of complex text. Now, those two are going to be our main focuses for today's agenda in day 2. Them being the complex text. We're going to go over a worksheet, which is actually, you do have it on your table. It's a text complexity worksheet, and what this is going to do is we have some reading samples at your desks. You're going to actually take some of those and you're going to start to determine is this complex text, and kind of go through a checklist where you can determine that text if it truly fits the criteria of a close reading strategy through utilizing this worksheet. So that's the first thing, is the selection of the text. Now, another aspect of close reading we're going to go over that's extremely important is going to be our text-dependent questions. We had talked about those in day 1 and how important those are and we really want to focus on those analytical, synthesizing, and inferencing skills that the Common Core state standards really call for. They are going to need these critical reading skills and writing skills in each one of your subject areas in order for them to truly be college and career ready by the time that they're done with school, and we each have our little part in getting them to that point. But back to the text-dependent question worksheet. This is going to be another thing you're going to be working on in your groups, and you should utilize these definitely in your classrooms. We have additional copies in the back where you can really take a look at some of your questions. I'll have some model questions on lesson plans that I'll have you take a look at, and we're really going to dig deep into, okay, how do I create these questions? What do these questions look like? What do they sound like? What type of words am I using in each of your content areas? So you're going to be able to see some models of that, and then also utilize this checklist within your groups and our activities for today. We're also going to, I have the pleasure of going over a model or mock lesson that I'm going to do with the entire group, and it's going to be on your text, which is on your tables, and the text is 2 kinds. It's in this pretty pink sheet that we printed out for you, and it's by Amy Tan. No cheating, don't read ahead right now. We'll just kind of put that underneath and leave that for the activity. After we talk about text complexity and the text questions that we're going to be creating, and after we do the model lesson, I'm also going to be showing you, we're kind of digging deep in today, guys, so bear with me. There's a lot of worksheets because it is extremely important, and we do have some things to get done. Now, the model lesson plans are going to be on your desk, so you can kind of see some of those questions. You know, what does a close reading question sound like? So here are some from some sample texts. What are the reasons, and speaking specifically, I made up some ones that go directly and get them to look back at the text and reread and really, like we talked about, a mile deep, really dig into that text. This question asks, in paragraph 9, so directs your students to go right back to a specific paragraph. Numbering of paragraphs, really great strategy, but you really want to understand that information, then we're going to go back to specific portions. In paragraph 9, what are the reasons the author suggests for why people are passing on urban legends? So it asks them to go back to the text and kind of look for some reasons why that in this case people are passing on urban legends. And then we have just some other questions in here. According to the article, what are the reasons why urban legends travel so quickly? Obviously this text is about urban legends. Some other text deepening questions, I'll give you just one more. Based on the evidence from the text, explain how Lydia feels about her assignment for school. So basically the kids are going to be citing paragraphs, and they're going to be documenting evidence of how she feels. Oh, you think she feels apprehensive or this or that? Well, why? Document it from the text. Let's write about that. Let's discuss that. And that's kind of what a close reading strategy would look like in those type of questions in a lesson. Now, we're all going to have a chance to go ahead and do these. Take a look at model lessons, do a mock lesson on our own. We're going to discuss how to create your own text-based questions for close reading, and then also how to appropriately select, based on Lexile level, what your complex text would be in your class and what would be appropriate. So we're really getting into the meat of this, so to speak, and really establishing some specific things that you could do to incorporate and bring into your lessons. And this will be day 2. And day 3 will be tomorrow, and we'll be creating actually our own close reading lessons. I look forward to finishing this day out with you, and thank you very much for your time.